Most traders lose money not because of strategy, but because of emotions: fear, greed, hesitation. Today, I'll show you how to control emotions during trading, with a real example from my $100 challenge. When you trade, emotions whisper in your ear, "Don't enter, it's too risky," or "Double the lot, you'll make more." But in reality, the only thing that matters is the setup. Trading without emotions doesn't mean being a robot. It means following analysis even when your feelings try to push you away. Quick practical routine I use before every entry. First, I take 3 deep breaths to clear the noise, literally reset the impulse to click. Second, I require 2 independent confirmations: a price action sign, like a rejection wick or a clear bounce, and 1 form of context: volume spike, momentum shift, or higher time frame alignment. If both are present, I act. If not, I wait. Small ritual, huge effect on discipline. Here's my trade from today. At support level, I wanted to enter, but I was just a little late with execution. Many traders in this moment panic and skip the trade, but my analysis told me the price would rise further to the resistance level. So I entered anyway. Notice, this is exactly where emotions could ruin everything. Fear says, "It's too late, don't do it." Greed says, "Open a bigger position." But I ignored both and trusted my plan. That's the essence of trading without emotions: discipline. You accept the entry, manage risk, and let the market do the work. Let me expand on something that rarely gets explained clearly: how you practice emotional control. It's not about removing feelings, it's about changing who decides. Think of 3 practical habits that shift decision-making from the heart to the plan. First, pre-commitment. Before I touch a trade, I set the rules and accept every possible outcome. That means I write the entry, size, and exit on the chart beforehand and treat that plan like a contract. When you pre-commit, you reduce the last-second drama. Second, outcome independence. I remind myself that one trade does not define me or the account. I focus on executing my rules, not on the scoreboard. When your identity isn't tied to a single result, fear and greed lose power. Third, controlled scaling and recovery rules. If you're late or only partially convinced, enter with a smaller slice, not the full size. If the market moves in your favor, add according to predefined rules. If it doesn't, accept the smaller loss and move on. This way you trade the plan, not the adrenaline. There's also a practical recovery trick. After any trade, successful or not, record 3 facts: why you entered, what happened, and 1 clear fix for next time. That tiny habit converts emotion into data. Over weeks, that log is how skill is built. Finally, rehearse. In quiet moments, replay bad scenarios in your head and decide beforehand what you will do. The brain loves rehearsal. It makes calm behavior feel automatic under stress. So yes, emotions will speak. The goal is to be the one who listens, learns, and then follows the rules you set. That's how consistent results appear, not by luck, but by design. And the result? A clean win. The trade closed in profit, bringing me $14.45. My new balance is now $178.59. All thanks to staying calm and trusting analysis. Here's something important. Emotions are not the enemy. They're part of being human. Fear protects you. Greed pushes you to grow. But in trading, you can't let emotions sit in the driver's seat. Think of them like passengers. They're there, they speak, but you decide where the car goes. That's why I don't fight emotions. I just don't let them control the trade. My decisions come from the chart, not from how I feel in the moment. So the lesson today is simple. Don't trade like a robot, but don't trade like a gambler either. Trade like a disciplined driver. Use your emotions for awareness, but let your system decide. Day 7 complete. Another step forward in the $100 challenge. Tomorrow, I'll show you how I handle trading right after a winning streak, when overconfidence is the biggest danger. Subscribe and don't miss day 8.